See, look, Greg, I found more tile. But, see, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to prove the Antilla man, the oyster cracker man, is screwing Greg Faust over and doing the same thing to the Portal School over there. See, Greg Faust with the George Washington High School. And you guys did similar school buildings, maybe like Dalton or whatever, okay? Similar style. But I can prove that they're screwing over Greg Faust based upon those blue buildings, the Hilton building, and another blue building possibly in Brazil. Over Blue, Texas. Yes. Simply based upon George Washington High School. So I can prove Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Victor Quinoa, Nelson Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man. Fitted bat 4. Blue Boy boxes, GPS Basil Robo, Racist Knight, Red Randy, Red Gordon and Ellery, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Morgan, Steve Jones, Jonestown, Brent, Davidians, Havensgate, Kearney, Country and Western, and Ghetto Life. That Greg Faust went to George Washington High School in Denver. And so they screwed him over in the same fashion they're doing to me. So they're doing the same thing to this school, this Washington Elementary School, that they're doing to the Dolphin Portal School over in Point Loma. AR. He programmed it. A-R-A-P-A-T. The 61 experimentator man. And he sits there and screws over Greg Faust trying to impersonate. Because he's a rapist, scumbag, piece of shit in league with the GPS Knight and Joe and Ellery. So let them have their blue boy boxes. But they did the same thing here going after Greg Faust because he probably had a better idea than Aurora Central Debate Team. And that's what Bernardo LaCarney and them have done. So if you're crybabying Bernardo LaFaga LaChance, Dave and Perlita and Judy Shepard, an Episcopal church man, one or more of you had to know somebody or Wendy, right? Maybe they knew Wendy. But you guys do the same thing. But Charles St. Charles, let's go down here. You guys moved in the same direction, waddling. You guys are trying to prove Judaism to the Vatican or not prove it. But yet you guys are the same faction of adults fighting over Disneyland and the Schwartzes and the Imes, Britches of Hovering, Stan, and screwing over Bailey Katir and Kimberly Beswick. They have to be relatives because Holly and Amanda are relatives. And Tile seems to be you guys' big fight still. Ooh, smile. Hey, Red Randy. See what they're doing? They're obsessed over these houses. Because something else used to exist. Until Harry and some of them did smash and grab. So again, now we know the Russians and the Jew, why they throwing a temper tantrum over the Beswicks and the Schwartzes, because they know Greg Faust quite possibly is a relative. And then they came in and did ghetto style of the fitted of fat. See, there's a war out here or a problem. See? And so Mr. GPS Knight goes, whoa, we got it. No, you guys stole it. So be careful, Bernard and Harry, trying to prove who is and who isn't Jew. Because it might be the Jews and the Russians that got the whole group of you, when you guys can prove Charles Ellery's obsession with the Schwartzes or the Imes or the Freemans moving towards it to fight over Disneyland. Go poof yourself, David. Your shit carny red tank tube is to sit there and put certain groups of you into power. It means your fagula leader is the biggest lying sack of shit of all American to ever live. He's a rapist and a murderer, and they did it deliberately.